got together and worked with a group of kids was in the spring of 2011, and we started with just old machines, and I mean, we just started. I mean, it was like a geriatric computer lab, and I think people need to realize that we didn't start with anybody's credit card with
Absolutely
unlimited
not.
money, and we started someplace, and we found the tools we needed along the way. You know, when we started with that group of kids, and we taught them to build the island in Unity, and they built the volcano, and we did that over and over again, and then we started messing around with 3ds Max, and we kind
I remember that.
of goofed our way through that for that semester, and then the fall of 2011, we picked a group of kids, and that group of kids that we worked with fourth block at the transitional school.
Yes.
You know, those kids had all taken algebra once or twice, some of them 3 times, and had never passed the EOC. And I remember how much fun it was starting with those old machines. And I remember when the first time we tried to teach them the box model, and I called you and said they're crashing out, and we spent like 3 weeks trying to figure out why they were crashing out.
Absolutely.
We ended up having to roll back to an older version of 3ds Max.
Yes. Yes.
I think one of the most fulfilling things for me was that those kids went from an attendance rate of being in the 20s to that year, the year that we got to work with them every day, fourth block, that their attendance rate was higher than the school.
Right.
They were in the 94th percentile for their attendance rate. And, you know, there were 3 or 4 of those kids, and one of them had taken Algebra 1 and taken the EOC
Yes.
3 times, and he passed it.
Yes.
And I think that no matter how long I teach or how long I work with kids, I'll always remember that.
Yeah, I agree.
That
I agree.
we had that impact together.
Yes.
On those kids.
Do you remember the phrase that you coined through that year?
We're gonna fail our way forward.
We failed our way
We're failing
forward.
our way forward.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know that stuck with me because you know how I am when glitches happen and we're trying to do things, I get a little excited. And I remember, when we decided to roll the software back just to make it work. And I remember you saying, Jeff, we're going to fail our way forward. And, you know, that was just so epic because it prepared us for that summer, the summer of Canatomia, 2011.
That would be 2012.
2012, that it changed the course of our direction because we were trying to figure out what direction we needed to go because our students were creating wonderful things. They were creating islands in 3D and they were creating boxes and creating some 3D objects. But you and I both talked about that there was just something missing